He was the ghost who haunted two nations, a criminal mastermind who built $1 billion empire from the dust of the Sinaloa mountains. But how does a man become a myth? And how does a myth come crashing down to earth? This is the story of El Chapo, the uncatchable kingpin. In the rugged mountains of Sinaloa, where the air hangs heavy with the scent of pine and defiance, a legend was born. Not of a hero, but of a phantom, a man who would reshape the world of crime, a man known by a simple, ominous name, El Chapo Joaquín Guzmán Lora, born into poverty, raised in a landscape that bred both resilience and ruthlessness. His education wasn't in schools, but in the unforgiving fields of marijuana and opium poppies. He learned early that power wasn't given, it was taken. From a young age, Chapo showed a natural aptitude for the illicit trade. He was sharp, cunning, and possessed an unwavering ambition. He started small, a distributor for local kingpins, but his vision was far grander than mere provincial dealings. He saw an empire. The 1980s saw the rise of the Sinaloa Cartel, a dominant force in the burgeoning drug trade. Chapo, a burgeoning talent, found himself under the wing of its leaders. He quickly earned a reputation for efficiency, for his ability to move product with unparalleled speed and minimal loss. He was a logistics genius, a master of the supply chain, even before the term existed in the corporate world. But the drug trade is a viper's nest, filled with betrayals and shifting loyalties. When the Sinaloa Cartel fragmented, Chapo saw his opportunity. He formed his own organization, the Sinaloa Cartel. His innovation: tunnels, miles of them stretching under borders, bypassing checkpoints, a silent, subterranean highway for his illicit cargo. The 1990s brought an explosion of drug demand in the United States, and Chapo was perfectly positioned to meet it. He wasn't just moving drugs. He was building a brand, a network so vast it spanned continents: cocaine, marijuana, heroin. His empire grew with each shipment, but as his power grew, so did the target on his back. The Mexican government, spurred by international pressure, began to close in. The walls were tightening. Would the phantom finally be caught? In 1993, El Chapo was captured in Guatemala and extradited to Mexico. The world breathed a sigh of relief. The reign of the diminutive kingpin was over. Or so they thought. Imprisoned in Punta Grande, a maximum security facility, Chapo continued to operate. The prison became his new headquarters, his cell command center. He corrupted guards, officials, even the prison director. His influence knew no bounds. He was a caged tiger, but his claws still reached far beyond the bars. He was behind bars, yes, but he was far from defeated. A plan was brewing, a brazen escape that would shock the world and solidify his mythical status. How could a man so heavily guarded simply disappear? In 2001, El Chapo orchestrated one of the most audacious prison escapes in history, famously rolling out in a laundry cart, leaving behind a bewildered and humiliated government. He was free. And he was furious. He was a ghost again. But this time the hunt would be global. The world's most powerful governments versus one man. Who would win? The answer would define the war on drugs for a generation. For over a decade, El Chapo became a ghost, a whispered name in the shadows. He rebuilt his empire, expanded his reach, and ruthlessly eliminated his rivals. He became the most wanted man in the world, a symbol of defiance against the might of two nations. He was El Chapo. His recapture in 2014 was a massive victory for authorities, but it was short. In 2015, he escaped again, this time through an elaborate tunnel dug directly into his shower. The world watched in disbelief. He had done it again, but the net was tightening. The resources poured into his capture immense. The legend of El Chapo, while all-inspiring to some, was a stain on national pride, a challenge to state authority that could not stand. The hunt reached a fever pitch. Special forces, intelligence agencies, a global effort focused on one man. He was hiding in his stronghold in Los Mochis, Sinaloa, surrounded by his loyalists. The final confrontation was inevitable. On January 8, 2016, a fierce shootout erupted. Marines stormed his compound, After a desperate attempt to flee through a sewer system, El Chapo was finally, definitively captured. This time, there would be no escape. Extradited to the United States, he faced justice in a Brooklyn courtroom. His trial was a spectacle, revealing the shocking brutality and vast scope of his criminal enterprise. In Arlingito, Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán was sentenced to life in prison, bringing an end to the reign of the most powerful drug lord of his generation. From humble beginnings to the pinnacle of organized crime, El Chapo's story is a chilling testament to ambition, ruthlessness, and an uncanny ability to defy the odds. A man who built an empire on blood and fear, a phantom who, for a time, seemed truly uncatchable. His legend may fade, but the scars he left on the world will remain. If you found this story as gripping as we did, please subscribe, like, and share. It helps us bring more tales from the shadows to light. Until next time, stay curious.